not a parody. What's up everybody, it's Hunter Avalone here, and this video is sponsored by Trump Coin 2020. Every generation seems to have its own president. For some it was Kennedy, for others Nixon, Carter, or Reagan. Each seems to define an era. Our generation will have Donald Trump as their president. Under his administration, America has seen its first tax reform in 30 years, the lowest unemployment rate in 18 years, the lowest jobless claims since 1973, and the Dow Jones Index at the highest level in history. To celebrate these first achievements in a lasting and fitting way, Noble Gold has produced an exclusive President Trump 2020 Freedom Coin. Minted from 1 troy ounce of 0.999 silver, the Trump Freedom Coin is a beautiful and striking coin. So if you're a Trump supporter or would like to get a gift for someone who is, this is the coin for you. To order yours, simply go to TrumpCoin2020.com and enter the promo code HUNTER to receive $5 off each coin for a limited time only. You won't want to miss out. There was once a time in my life when I did not fantasize about my inevitable demise. Then I was born. Guys, there's a new gender out. A new sexuality just dropped. Because apparently in this day and age, sexualities are like Marvel movies. A new one just comes out every few months. Now this specific sexuality has been out for a while, but it recently became a tad more popular thanks to being promoted by Vice, Huffington Post, The Guardian, basically all the news publications that are commonly seen in your average weed-smoking barista's home. Alright, now I know you guys are all curious about what this sexuality is, so I'm finally gonna tell you. This new sexuality is called ecosexual. And according to Vice, ecosexuals believe having sex with the earth could save it. Why is Tumblr becoming a reality? From skinny dippers to people who have actual intercourse with nature, ecosexuality is a growing movement, taking a new approach to combating climate change. Jesus Christ, liberals blow so much hot air about climate change, they're gonna make it a reality! That was not my political opinion. That was only a joke. Don't get your melted ice caps in a wad. But yeah, I'm sure running around naked is really gonna help, guys. I mean, do these people just spin the wheel of fortune? They're just like, racist, privileged, oppression, bigot, and climate change. Alright, this is what we'll use to justify our derangement today. No, this is not the missing link. This is what ecosexuals look like. You know, I must say it's quite the cosplay. Very creative costume. I too have considered sticking grass to a surgical mask and running around naked. Wait a minute, I don't do drugs. If you happen to find yourself in Sydney this week, you have the unique opportunity to have sex with the earth. You know, I'm gonna have to pass because I actually have another unique opportunity to stay home and put a bullet in my brain. You just need to stop by the Ecosexual Bathhouse, which is currently part of the Sydney Liveworks Festival of Experimental Art. Oh god, this has every single liberal cliche to it. A new sexuality, a woke cause, and labeling it all as art. It's hilarious because liberals are quite literally destroying art. In 1960, walking around naked and shoving grass up your ass would have landed you in a padded room. Nowadays, someone does the same thing, and they're hailed as a modern-day Picasso. But they also see their piece as a part of a much larger ecosexual movement, which they say is gathering momentum around the world. And they may be right. Jennifer Reed, a PhD candidate in sociology at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, is writing a dissertation on ecosexuality and says that the number of people who identify as ecosexuals has increased markedly in the past 2 years. And Google search data confirms that interest in the term has spiked dramatically over the past year. We may look back at 2016 as the year ecosexuality hit the mainstream. Yeah, see, just if something has more search results does not actually mean it's gaining momentum. I almost feel sorry for the innocence of some progressives. I mean, do you honestly think people are like, ecosexual? Let me Google this so I can learn more about this progressive movement. You know, I hope I can learn how to support this great American achievement. Hell, maybe I can stop sponsoring that kid in Africa and start supporting some real progress. Let me Google. No, it's actually a lot more like ecosexual? This looks like a naked dentist gave head to a garden. I gotta Google this shit. Ecosexuality is a term with wide-ranging definitions, which vary depending on who you ask. Yeah, that makes no sense. If ecosexual has a different definition to everyone, then the actual label, the actual term, is completely void. Every label needs to have some commonality to it, or else the label makes no sense. In fact, it's not a label at all. Amanda Morgan, a faculty member at the UNLV School of Community Health Sciences, who is involved in the ecosexual movement, says that ecosexuality could be measured in a sense not unlike the Kinsey scale. On one end, it encompasses people who try to use sustainable sex products, or who enjoy skinny dipping and naked hiking. On the other are people who roll around in the dirt, having an orgasm covered in potting soil, she said. There are people who trees, or under a waterfall. Well, I'd be terribly frightened to find out what these people do with a Venus flytrap. And can I just say, what happened to just calling people fucking weirdos? Why does this now need a sexuality attached to it? What happened to just, he's a fucking weirdo? Before, people rolling around in the dirt or hiking naked would be weird, odd, peculiar. But now it's woke, art, sexuality. Do these people understand that you can't really hide the most bizarre behavior behind the front of sexuality? I prefer to stick my penis in an anthill. Well, you're ecosexual. Maybe this isn't sexuality at all. Maybe this is just weirdos being weirdos. The movement's growing prominence owes much to the efforts of Bay Area performance artists, activists, and couple Annie Sprinkle and Elizabeth Stevens, who have made ecosexuality a personal crusade. They have published an eco-sex manifesto on their website Sexicology and produced several films on the theme, including a documentary, Goodbye Golly Mountain, an ecosexual love story, which depicts the polyamorous relationship between them and the Appalachian Mountains. Well, this makes sense. I mean, you can't really have sexuality without fan fiction, right? The two artists have been active in the marriage equality movement, and they wanted to harness that energy for environmental causes. Stevens has said that their aim was to reconceptualize the way we look at the Earth, from seeing the planet as a mother to seeing it as a lover. So they basically admit that they hijacked the gay movement to push their own climate-related agenda. I'll admit it worked well, but that was quite the strategic move. It kind of makes you wonder how genuine their belief in this ecosexuality thing really is. Secondly, seeing Mother Nature as a lover? That seems pretty misogynist if you ask me. You know, women aren't there for your own sexual gratification, and I'm pretty sure running around naked and raping the earth isn't a very good look, bigots. Now what I'm about to do next, I really didn't want to do. I really did not want to do this, but I'm a YouTuber, so I'm forced to subject myself to horrific and terrible things for the sake of your own amusement. So I went ahead and followed some links on this Vice article and found this nugget of untapped memes. Ecosexuality fanfiction, the movie. What kind of drugs are these people on? Do you guys know how many dogs probably peed on that tree? You can so clearly see the embarrassment on this woman's face. She's just like, damn, divorce really pushes you to do some crazy shit.
West Virginia.
Well, the music is giving me some major inbred vibes.
Oh, my home.
I mean, this is the kind of shit promoted by Vice. Old grandma picks up tomato, but it's actually a gender.
Coal mining has become a very protracted form of genocide.
You can survive without being married, but if you don't have drinking water, you're dead.
What a brilliant film, saying an obvious statement while trying to look dramatic. If you don't drink water, you'll get thirsty.
Do you promise to speak out, act up, and raise hell about mountaintop removal.
We do! In the dead of the night, in the still and the
This is literally just your average environmental activists. I mean, where is the sexuality in all this? Why do I feel like ecosexuals literally think being an environmental activist is so 2010, and they want some of that sweet attention that the gays are getting, so they invented this BS sexuality. I mean, that's really what this seems like. All in all, this is what happens when you put progressivism over logic and critical thinking skills. You end up with a bunch of dimwits having sex with the earth, and a bunch more dimwits promoting them. If Mother Nature could talk, she'd be saying me too. Please give this video a like, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks everyone for watching. Peace.